Sorry for that little breakup. I had to put some certain things in order before I come back. Sorry about that. So please, as you just join, make sure we get everybody on WhatsApp and those available. Yeah, and for the restoration fighters on the ground, might just touch this one very early. For the restoration fighters, the liberation war dey for on hand. Now wanna carry the war. If we wanna relax 1 minute, if we wanna fail for no unite on ourselves, then we wanna not say the war, we go live forever in bondage. I don't tell una before. When I don't see, no matter the amount of millions we Saudi Cameroonians don't contribute for the diaspora. Diaspora not feel liberate we. Now for ground feel liberate we. So if you be a restoration fighter waiting for ground, the only two I go talk now, so you have to be strong. Yeah, now I be very happy so I don't understand. And I be very happy. I be very happy about that. The whole na the unite on ourselves, the whole na the stand with each other. That's it. We could not involve on ourselves for no politics for diaspora. No politics. No politics. We could not continue for unite on ourselves on the ground, and God be our helper. Southern Cameroon go be free. Southern Cameroon go be free. Now, I'd always talk and before say, I don't like politics, but I like truth. I like truth. And the role of an activist now for make sure say, you help make the people be united. You not help for further divide the people. I'm not going to be in anything we go help for further divide Ambazonians. Yeah, at least I don't support every leader we don't come for this revolution. But ask yourself, say which leader, which person we don't come, you never think about activists. Those the way that they link with the people, talk to the people. Any leader where he come, he define his own Gambe house, his own cabal. He sit down with them, now then he be a friend. The one the way that they say, oh, Mr. President, take $200. Oh, Mr. President, no. Most of the president where they don't even get time about the people. Most of those who don't get for lead, they know they check about say what does the people need. I'm telling you on base as an activist. Most of all those who don't get the way one they call and say they want to lead Ambazonia. No one care about Ambazonian people. They just pretend. They just pretend say they like Ambazonia. Because at the state of this revolution, at the state of this restoration movement, what the Ambazonians need. Ambazonians, this power they also want some people to lead. Ambazonians need na people where they feel give them what they need. That is freedom. People where they feel stand in for them. But if you go to most of these leaders, the way we call them, say they be leaders, most of them, when you just put them, they define that their own people where they feel support them, give them the money. They even though the money be essential. But what about the common man? The people where you claim say you want to fight for. I will give you one example. For the leaders who don't get, the two who get things with Siseko. I mean, the one who gets things with Siseko go. Sako. If we're there for this position, for this restoration movement today, na Sako. And I always talk na Sako. But the one thing about me, I say me as a young man, that's why you see me, I don't capitalize in talking about people. I don't. No man no go talk tomorrow say Ambazonia no get money. Ambazonia get money. Ambazonia get money. Money don't pass for this revolution. Fine. Very, very well. Now, but the one thing I'll be very happy and say, despite all the nonsense with diaspora don't do, ground zero be focused. Diaspora and defining people, they sort of get, they create Facebook, then they attack people, then coach this one, and coach it. Where people they don't go for back, go do their deal, eh? Oh, Jesus. We young people don't suffer. People don't go for back, they don't go arrange their deals, then with La Republic. Then they come up front now, the one shaking the air. They want enough for me, you force to sing their song. As an activist, I don't sing the song of people. That's the first thing. I, Prince Jeka, I don't sing the song of people. And this should be very clear to anyone, whether na Chris Anu, na Viscometa, or na Powerful Johnson, or whoever. I don't sing the song of people. I don't. In this revolution, the youth will don't be very patriotic. Very patriotic. We activists that don't help people that don't be millionaires and for the revolution. They don't make money for their children. But we are standing so strong and focused. So strong and focused in the restoration movement of Southern Cameroon. People they don't make millions. By World Draft, and every day they raise money for Sako, they raise money for World Draft. But nothing they happen for Fako, eh? Nothing they happen. When I talk to more, they say Prince Carr. Ma talk because even I don't say no to get money, but they don't raise small money. I don't say no to raise so, but they call figures because the figures will go, they're accountable for the figures. Eh? Would only yesterday they do things. Nothing they happen for the ground. They destroy, they weaken the faith of those who they want support. They weaken the faith. You see, I say all the games the way they play. Maybe don't tell now before Southern Cameroon. Say this war we get for use with our brain. You see, I say all the job what Uchemba be do. Who said the Uchemba nursing then again? You don't see Uchemba they do again. Master the calling up. Master the telling how politics work now. All that people, the one you see them be the Komokan Koko people, the chase people they away for the revolution. You don't see them again. You don't see Uchemba again. They wake up. Now ABC that don't fall now. Usa Uchemba, they call Uchemba make come. All then they don't go quiet. I hear Paul along, they say, oh, voice of the I tell them not to ever run. But let's be truthful. Now I don't turn and say politics for Frenchman, French politics, La Republic. They know the talk. When money pass your backhand, you see the action. If you're there for this revolution where you know the real action, then you go always judge on the wrong side. Most of them be the clap hand say job what Uchemba be the do, then a good job. For the attack people the way you don't get no claim, you don't get no evidence, you don't get no nothing. Today, people they are Uchemba don't attack people, them call people, they are named them. Who said the Uchemba they he want to make it run the revolution no? Where's Uchemba? Now ABC TV that ABC again, Paddy Asanga don't defeat I want to tap Paddy. Make it come on again for the ABC TV no? No, don't go down. You see, I say pride. Now the only thing it destroy we for this life, pride. But when you come out as an activist, you tell them truth. They'll go. She don't say, "Oh, I like Republic, Prince Jeka this, Prince Jeka that." But if you tell them, say, "Me we swear, me we swear, correct juju." Say for the revolution, who don't touch money, they go run. May we go for our ancestors. We call our ancestors their shrine. May we go. We'll be Christian, no? But even the Bible says, "Give to Caesar what belongs to Caesar." If you tell them, say, "May we go for some juju pot," we go swear. They no go. They can't see how many people they don't scare. And these are the things the way it vexes me for the diaspora because all those who they claim say for the 1 billion leaders, they know the fact look weighty, the atrocities where people don't commit. We'll be there for this revolution, we'll be get vibrant young girls, them young women, where they be to give their all. When somebody just come up for own side when gi, and gi that La Republic don't take on gi. La Republic, if village where come up from gi, all them where they come up from gi for Momo, now La Republic I don't take the whole Momo. Nothing not happen. Fako be there small worm. The camp can destroy Fako. Now, if you not look all these small politics the way they happen, how you think so will grow? Because the strategy of La Republic coming to diaspora is to weaken the hope of those who are giving money. That's it. The main thing when La Republic focus for diaspora, now to make sure say they weaken the minds of those giving. And definitely Ambazonians, they be weak. Ambazonians, they be weak. They be very, very weak. Weaken the minds of those who are giving in what sense? You all know, so when you give your money 1, 2, 3 times, nothing not happen. At the next day, you go say, Master, I had to give my money now for waiting. Me had to give my money now for waiting. So, number one, they will say and say, oh, diaspora get so much. So let's go and weaken them. And how did the weaken people for diaspora? I remember when I gave for my last video, I talk say this small girl for Nigeria, he called and tell one thing for my live show. Ada, I still remember about Ada. Ada called for my live show, tell and say, when the fight for ground don't strong, they fight in a diaspora. They fight in a diaspora. And before the revolution, once time, when I hear as people they be done, they visit embassies them for diaspora, they collect money. Most of them be done the year. How people they be done, they visit embassies for diaspora, they collect money. People be done the talk am. Now, most of them they just read now the image when I want to read. Oh, we need a leader. We need this. But look the state of the revolution. Look the state of the revolution. Look the state where we did today. Look the way the revolution they go. The revolution they on good footing for ground zero. But for diaspora don't be politicized so much way, now either my way or not. But let me tell you one thing. We are going to win the war. We are youths. We go win the war. We don't need diaspora. Those speaking for ground, they don't need diaspora. They don't need diaspora. If you don't like, they don't give you money. If you like, you don't support them. But only one thing will be sure and say after the war, more blood goes be spilled, more people go die. That's the truth. After the war, diaspora they go die plenty. Not be something say at the hype photocard. After the war, people go die. That one is the simple thing. Many people for diaspora, so after the war, they don't go back. They don't go back because of their selfish interest. And me, I don't hide myself. I'm very pure and I don't tell the picking them. I don't write names. I go see talk I don't copy names them of people the way they don't delay the revolution for diaspora. When I do all the free, the cook up story. But ground zero they watch we, Ground zero they watch we very, very well. They feel be able to analyze the war. Say who are those the way they don't sacrifice, they don't give their all. Number one, we youths for diaspora, we don't give our all. The most of the people, you see, as for La Republique, where they talk say other old papa they get for die, plenty old people them for Ambazonia they get for die, for Ambazonia will be free. I don't need tell them. Even after the war, no matter plenty old people, then they get for gold. The only thing about themselves, their small cabal and their friend them make the full Ambazonia for give money. But if you tell them say, okay, you want to be leader, you be ready for die? No. And they plenty for line. At me, I know the talk myself. I don't just jot their name. I don't jot their name them well, put them for my life, for my destiny. I send them for the picking them. I send them for the picking and say, this is what is happening. This is what is going on. People where they feel say they know Papa, the way they don't make name them, how they feel do for diaspora. But if you ask them, say, at this point of the war, where would they go, where the picking need support? What would they do? We don't get people by leaders. By kind money, they don't come out. This one say one make na pin by pin. Make people buy pin them for raise money. This one say na Chanshu boys. This one say na powerful. This one say na this. Wait, Ambazonian people never see for the war. Wait. This one come out say na war draft. War draft one, war draft this, war draft that, war draft this. This one come out say na my way. But at the end of the day, what is the goal for all that money? The boys that sit there for ground will never be able to get one javelin launcher, one network for 5 years for war. But can't see a surrogates that they run for people their comment section for talk trash. Can't see some dirty people where their face never even there for on-site. Like the public never know them. Can't see that they run for people their comment section for go write nonsense, garbages. Like say we'll be that some small people that won't think. For 5 years, 5 years for war. Begin to say for bush the struggle. 5 years, then you can't write some nonsense on my wait for that 5 years. Not because I don't just be an activist. I've been an active activist. The one way you never take 100, you never chop 100 for war. The one way you don't stand out against all the corruption where they come. The one way you don't motivate the people to give. What did the way Prince Jeka, son of Victoria, never do? What did they never do for this revolution? Now for pay war draft. Ask how many of them, when they say they be leader, how many of them don't move money for their pocket pay war draft? Nobody the way now when they don't give money, they go past do connection, they collect and say, hey, we need money for this, then they move money for under, they go pay war draft. Ask them say how many of them don't work their sweat, move $1,000, so cash, pay. Ask them say how many of them don't work their sweat, come for online as they do so, can't stand play El Clasico for more than 4 hours. Raise money, you give for some person. Ask they say how many of them. Not one. Even Iringwa never ever do one. Iringwa one can do war draft. Now we don't go do mobilization. The activists do all thing. We go gather for Zoom meeting here. I need Joe. The cash she don't collect. No one. They can't see the way they want to send people. They can't destroy we youths. Can't see them. Can't see them how the old people when they don't go she done. They want to do their thing. Go see how they send. Young other foolish one they can't destroy we use. They ask themselves which job they don't ever do. Which job? When they go to do their thing, you go here, they don't arrange themselves for back. A president don't do this. But when the money where we activists don't work, we don't can give. But when you can't tell and say this is not going right. Before the ones that do war draft, I remember Tema Iringwa. He said for this war, a president don't need much. Even if you get a 400,000. Now, just for know where to go, when if you're willing to be sacrificed, you're willing to work as a leader. Willing. But most of them are not willing. Now, the organ where this people will push the revolution forward, make people be willing for work, the Restoration Council. The Restoration Council too, it don't be now like a partnership game. So why should we not take the war back to ground zero? The Restoration Council where this people will be now an organ where it will make the war be tough, because you the Restoration Council first know very well. Say no man for diaspora will be willing for work for this war where it is comfortable. The Restoration Council know that. So with the way America did, the way Europe did, most people they don't go and work for this war. They only want to find women, money come for them, may they do them. Now wait to be your own role. Wait to be your own role. Ambazonians are not stupid, they are not dull. They are not. They are not. You know if you talk, people never give money. You know if you talk. Since when this war start, if you want small, say Ambazonian people don't give. If you want small, now 1.5 million US dollars. If you want small, I will beat you for my chest. I said, if you want small, say Ambazonia don't contribute from the Ayabai site, from the Sako. If you want small, now 1.5 million US dollars. If you want small, I will tell you myself. Every list from the world draft where they start calling the first world draft. I don't want to talk about the one the way Sako they don't do now. I don't want to talk about the way they don't do. But if you want small, say they don't collect for this war for inside diaspora. Now 1.5 million US dollars if you want small. Do you know how much is 1.5 million US dollars? That's close to 1 billion CFA. You know what that one fee do? You know what that one fee do? 1 billion US CFA. You know what that money fee do? But if you ask her now, say, where are the state of the world? We people will start talking, oh, Prince Jeka, what you don't do? And most of them will create Gogo's profile them. But who be the receive the money? Only Watana movement where me I be there. I be part of what we run them. Watana movement for this war. For in the space of 6 months. If you want to say this revolution became money, we raised close to 100,000 in the space of 1 year. Almost 100,000 US dollars. For inside this war. On Facebook. Not be say on Facebook where they can do live show. We raised close to 100,000 US dollars. We even make the orders in the staff here. I didn't go at them. 100 before they start saying Uchemba. Uchemba be then their main devil for come. Now Uchemba kasa work at the scatter things. With that 100,000, we'll be still using for the war. They support fighters and they buy them granite when they're counting off, you give them. They support our brother for Kondengi. For inside that $100,000. Sorted balance remain for inside the money $3,000. Where Frank for Goketunja, because of say I deny for place Sako politics, Frank for Goketunja vanished with them. So you expect me as an activist again, after all this, for cash she done again, support someone for diaspora, I be fool? I ask you, where you will come from a comment section. Look how young I be. Look how young. Look how young I be. I support Bala. I support Patasan. I support Seseku. I support Sako. I stand for Marianta. Things were not done right in Marianta. Then you expect me, an activist, for cash she done again? Cash she done say, oh, Mr. President, #1. Is that not foolish of me? Is that not stupid of me? With all the money where they don't raise, with everything where don't be done, nobody be able to give something for ground. No one connection never be made to be established. People don't like ask money here today, ask money here tomorrow. The dress we better suit them for diaspora, they sleep for better hotel them. Boy, they for bush, they waka for inside bush for 1 week. You expect me as an activist to come and sing surrogate song? You must be stupid. You must be cursed from your mother's womb. If you don't know it, I'm sorry to say it. You must be cursed. Some of you, they push some people, they made it be very bitter, eh? Some of you, they push some of you, so you be devils, you be witches, wizards. When they push people, they made it be very bitter. When I don't know the price some people don't pay for this wars, no matter how just she don't quite so, or not the talk. When I don't know which some people don't pay. When they hide for God's profile and for back, we give our all. We don't sacrifice our life, we don't sacrifice our destiny. We don't get no one thing to show for. And then we'll come here, we'll talk about things where they get to be done right. We'll see the spirit of the boys and for ground for fight. They don't beg una all for diaspora, make una unite. Una not receiving green for unite. Any man, the only find own winner for cut half Ambazonia, made the gear own share. Cut half Ambazonia, the La Republic style for divide and rule. Every man that's what they do. Then you come for we will look, we're alive in mess. With the struggle to see how we get a place back called home. You don't already be for retirement age. If you die anytime, they throw you for even for water. You can't look with you don't want to see you sweet for play with. For better country than papa the way they don't finish all. Now they can't tell they be willing to give their life for their young picking. I remember a story where we'll be here for United States. Where papa be don't die for accident we get them here and he picking. He picking be needing heart. Papa tell the man say, I am 80 something. I'm 80 something years to 90. I'm going to die soon. I've lived all my life. Take out my heart and give to my son. Let him live. He's still young. And they move the papa heart. But we're on for Ambazonia, no be so. Our own Ambazonia, papa they go come out with cut that kind. I don't know. Can't stand for front. Say they go do things. You go be thinking say, oh, this man. So if you go anytime, and the time we no go fear yourself. If you need die for some place, you go no say don't die now for future people. No. He go come. He can't collect. Pap. He don't go save now for picking them. He don't go do na investment. Then tomorrow can they talk garbage online? But the world they go down there, people that they be divided. They repatriate for the world they for jail. Then you go see some man go come out for outside. Can't say, oh Prince J.K. you're stupid. You are not saying you don't want to support Chris Anum. Did Chris Anum not know that this revolution was going to be more divided before he took that step? You think say Chris Anum no be no? Say before he want to take that step, the world will be divided. Forget about say brother don't die. Not only brother be don't be for the revolution we die. Let's be very, very frank. As give my condolences to the wife, but you think say Chris Ann will not be know very well. Say if he take that step for this stage of this war, he go bring more division. He knew. Who's I there today? Since we bury, they don't bury woman. Who's I there? Franklin Bad, there is not talking about. Do you know how many years we are talking to Ayaba behind for what? Talk to Ayaba behind for what? Talking to them behind it in how they make things the way they don't bring up all the drama where they talk. If Ayaba be careful prove you, me and you wrong for this revolution, no people don't bring something. Me, why should I be talking to people behind? Let's be real. Me and somebody where I worked on facts. If they be careful talk for behind, Ayaba be careful group where they work with them. Eh? You don't like every day say people don't resign for AGC. People don't do this for AGC. This man they leave AGC. This one they come out AGC. If they be get for do something, my brother now 5 years, 6 years, we start fighting this one for 2016. You get 2017, 2018, 2019, 2020, 21, 22. Now 6 years is now. Next year they make 7 years for war. 7 years with all the grammars that we hear, with all the certificates that we hear. No man never be able to knock some private militia, maybe give that boy the constant supply for something. For 7 years, even if we say that man began for start now from that day where this war start, for start to do something for 7 years. What are you saying? The only picking the way they fit do anything for this one, and that picking they did for bush. Now that picking they did for ground. Now that picking them for 7 years, there's nothing somebody can talk. That's why I say every young one of us, the way we get for push this war, now for support that picking away the day for bush, they fight. Now for support them. For cut off any person where they give money for diaspora, start send that money. If you get link with you saying money for brother for bush, I don't already tell the picking them. I don't tell them, say they create a profile where they be able to appoint people for diaspora, maybe they receive money for them. Eh? See this, please. I'll be reading some comments, but if you come here, you talk nonsense, I take you out. Whether na do say you cost it, why are you supporting my rent? If you come here, you talk nonsense. Now, are you there now with the ghost profile? They never know your face. I don't want to be distracted, but if you come here, you talk nonsense, I will take you off. Do you know say the highest division for this revolution will be caused now when Sarko be the president and Chris Anum a communication secretary? Did you know that the highest division in this restoration movement was caused when Sarko was the president and Chris Anum was the communication secretary? As an act, as you were the talk for day where you just go year and year, you don't attend how many meetings where you don't be with these people the way they talk. You don't be for you. Most of you coming out to talk. I was just talking now, and some of you ghosts just wake up. You don't be for how many meetings where these people they talk? How many? You don't be for how many meetings? Before Chris Anu one can say one be president, the day when he talk for inside the calibration meeting where we did, I tell you openly. I mean, I know the height. You, Brownie Eric, you know me very, very well. You know me very, very well, Brownie Eric. So I'm not I don't do surrogacy. I told Chris Anu from day one. I said, despite say the county and LGAs they never be constructed, him coming in as a president who caused this revolution more division. I said it day one inside there. I said it day one inside the recapitulation forum. If you don't know, go ask me, they tell you. Go ask those the way they feed you, because I know say you, Brownie Eric, where the one information, you always can ask me. If you don't know, you have known me from day one in this revolution. You used to call me Brownie Eric. We used to chat. Now, see, now, say most of you now, the only one that don't be confused, when I go here, there, go here, say. But I want to ask you, I say, since where say could go jail, this revolution be the one. Who then two? The two people that don't cause the highest division for the revolution, na Sako and Chris Anu. I will not hide it from you. The two people where they don't cause the highest division in this revolution, na Sako and Chris Anu. I be think say under Marianta, Chris Anu go work made the United Revolution before he ever think will be president. I thought that. But it was so selfish, was so greedy, and was so egoistic in the sense that, oh, now my time for B. The two people, my tell you something, let me tell you, you, Brownie Eric, and most of you, you know me very well, say, I'm an activist. I'm an activist where I don't always stand for truth. I don't support everybody in this revolution. Chris Anu, the one do prison break, where they say most of them they forget good. And now I see many activists, they don't run for the revolution because AMBAZONIA wanna be easily for forget person is good. You start think about now when the person start pointing something. Chris Anu where they stand today for be president. You remember I said prison break, what give Chris Anu $1,000. You remember? You Brownie Eric, you did part of Watana then. You remember I said for Watana we give Chris Anu for prison break $1,000 where he just can't stop for online. Say when they take off by men their prison. Most of the belong Watana people they be vexed with me. All this thing. I said no. I say I believe. That's it. When some people talking, when I look some of them so, I just let say I just lock my Facebook and never talk again. I just go she done. I just pray God say, God, Father, take care of the children on the ground. When I look most of them for diaspora, because some of them they make me feel like say we activists will be so stupid. We don't know what we do. It's just like say we don't get sense. It doesn't like say I don't ever know Chris Anu. As I talk say, oh, for my point where I start say Marianta did the best for handle the revolution now, make things be done right. Let's say no, I don't know. But most of them are easily forget things. No, we give Chris Anu $1,000. Look, my mom used to tell me, say, if you don't know for use 100, you don't know for use 1 million. Now small thing they were they can know people them, eh? Whatever we give Chris Anu $1,000 so we can ask say what in they need money for broke prison for Bamenda for more people who count a cash. Now Frank for Goketunja be till today that money never come back. Till today that money never ever come back. We pay $1,000 for Chris Anu. We come for position where he don't say and say Sako don't cause division for the revolution. Sako don't be able to make sure say he and Seseku and the others they understand themselves. The cause makes Seseku divide with Patasan for jail. Tawasa understand the philosophy. They talk with Patasan, Patasan they talk for me again. Made the same information for Kemi Ashu and Paul Nilong. Then before now, Chris Anu didn't know all these things. He was the communication secretary. We come inside the cabulation. I said it to Chris Anu. I said, for the fact that he be the communication secretary under Sako, he is not in a good position to unite this revolution. I said it to him. I said, don't look me how small I am. But this revolution, I see. Don't look at me. I said, you are not in a good position to unite this revolution after the role you play under Sako's government. It's just 6 months ago, Sako was impeached. And after 6 months, you want to come and stand for president. Do you think who would trust you because you're the mouthpiece of Sako? Who would trust you to give you a penny? No, they say, you go and say, oh, Marianta doesn't raise money. I'll go and raise money. This is it. You should come and raise now. This is it. You should come and raise. Let me tell most of you, the problem about you all is you don't understand. You don't understand where a problem starts and how to resolve it. The two people where they don't cause me problem for the revolution are Chris Anu and Sako. That two people. They are bring the highest division we'll ever get. The highest. The highest. Might give you a solution to the problem. We know say Prince Jake they only talk. If Chris Anum might just talk, if Chris Anum really want to be president of AMBAZONIA, I be give the suggestion. If we work with Marianta, he used the this thing the way get. Now so they always look, we say, oh, small, they say, who are you to talk? But they can understand, say, I don't tell them, say, when they appoint their chiefs them for village, it's not by how old they are. If not for what I am, I could have been the paramount chief of Victoria. I don't call myself a prince by nothing. I say, when I talk, look like there's a more greater spirit on top of me. I tell you, say, Chris, I'm sorry to say it, but he lacks strategy, political strategy. If truly Chris Ano wanted to be the president in this revolution, God would already give you the voice. God would already give Chris Ano the voice. That means the most powerful thing in the world is to have a voice. Now the thing that be tapang, I say most of them don't know the gift of the voice. Me as the voice of your ancestor, my voice is not about popularity. My voice is about what the message you get, it goes sink into you, deep into you. But Chris Ano and the others, they get the voice of popularity. Now, when God gives you the voice of popularity, that means if you don't apply wisdom with the voice of popularity, you become a public fool. Are you getting me? When God gives you the voice of popularity, that means you speak and people hear the tongue of popularity. Most people don't even get that tongue. They go to the extent of going to witch doctors, getting rings, going to move the tongue of dead people to make sure they get that voice. Most people don't. Most people, that's why you hear some musician, you'll see some musician go wear some funny ring there and kind things. People go to all diabolic means to get the voice of popularity. The voice of popularity, if you are not born with it, some people are born naturally with it. Yeah, but if you don't know that you have the natural voice of popularity, you can lose it. You can lose it. Now, I said the same thing to Tapang. Tapang has the voice of popularity. Ayabacho has the voice of popularity. I'll tell you people in this evolution. Chris Anum has the voice of popularity, but most of them, they used it for their selfish purposes. If most of them, they use the voice of popularity for the voice of popularity, God gives you to use it for the people. Yeah. And when you use that voice of popularity for the people, it can elevate you to a certain position that you become a leader. It depends on how you handle that voice. I told Tapang that in this revolution, if there was one young president, one young revolutionary leader that should have existed before, was Tapang. But Tapang saw the voice of popularity God gave him and thought that he has become Michael Jackson, that he has become a Jay-Z or Beyonce, and he could do whatever and you get away with it. That's a fat lie. The voice of popularity is given to you by the spirit of an unknown. It's the spirit of the Most High or the spirit of your ancestor. If you misuse it, it goes away. You only find yourself that you become empty, like an empty container. You hit and so. That's the voice of popularity. If you misuse it, I'm telling you now, this one I'm talking to you is the spirit talking. It's not that it's Prince. I'm telling you the message from the spirit. So most of them get overruled. They feel that, oh, with this voice, I can do whatever I want. No. It's when the voice of popularity comes to you like the voice of the dead. That's how Tapang lost his platform. And today, Mimi Mefo, who came out from nowhere, Mimi Mefo is the one now up and down, doing what she wants with the platform that they would have gotten to save AMBAZONIA because they wanted their own way. It's the same thing with Chris Anum. It's the same thing with Chris Anum. If Chris Anum used the voice God gave him in the right way and thinking that, oh, now I have 1,000. I said it in a meeting. I said, Chris Anum thinks that because now he has 1,500 views or 2,000, he can come out and do some certain things and anyhow, and people understand. That's the same thing with Sako. But most of them don't understand. They think that by having book or having age is by getting wisdom. No. By getting wisdom is by understanding the messages that wisdom implies, or the message the wisdom carries. That's the most important thing of wisdom. Sako thought that, oh, as he has gotten ABC and Chris Anum has built ABC, if Chris Anum leaves, the same status will remain there. They'll go to World Draft, no matter what Chris Anum, he'll just put anybody there. No. There are people who are called to do a particular job. And when the people fail, the mantle leaves them. That's the same thing Chris Anum thought. That, oh, as an activist, they have joined him now. They have redeemed him from Sako and everything. Him, Chris Anum, can just go in a bang and do whatever he wants. No, that is it now. You should go back to the ABS now. Tell him to go and handle the ABS again. This war is not controlled by human beings, it's controlled by spirits. That's ABS has become just like ABC now. Tell him to go to ABS. But if he should have sat down, used that voice, work for Marianta, and make sure that they support and unite this war back, he would have been elevated to the position of leadership. But I don't know who ever fooled him. If he would have put himself down and said, now is not the time. Let me do this thing. Let me unite. Because the war was divided and he knew that. He knew the people were divided. Sako divided the people in Kondingi. Sako divided the people in Fako. Sako divided the people in Momo. Sako divided the people in Dian. Sako divided the people in Meme. You as a communication sector which you work mostly all your life in this evolution under Sako, you knew this. Now, you have to come, must you take president to do this? No. Before you be a president, you have to show your motives of which you want to lead for. You would have worked under Marianta. Unite the people under Marianta. Unite all those places where Sako has done all those mess. Bring them back to one house. Then when Marianta 1 or 2 years are over, then he comes and say, even if he don't say it, Ambazonians will say we want Chris Anum. Even if he didn't say it, Ambazonians will say, oh, we want Chris Anum. Because the way you do things, you don't need people to confirm that you are a leader. Nobody appointed, the people choose a Seku. That's the one thing most of you, and that's the same thing Ayaba has been failing. They think that by talking grammar, wisdom is not about you getting some DT certificates. Most of them in this diaspora, they lack wisdom. That's why when I look at them, when they talk, I see them like empty chaffs. When they talk, I just look at them like empty chaffs. They lack wisdom. They lack wisdom for real. Wisdom is not about elevating yourself. Sometimes you need to go be humble and understanding what God wants you to learn at that particular period. They say they are pastors, but they forgot that the Bible, there's a parable that says, before a rich man can go into heaven, he must be like a camel passing through the eye of a needle. That parable is a parable of a leadership. That means before you can put yourself to greatness, you must humble yourself as small as the eye of the eye of a needle for you to go through. But most of them don't understand those parables. Most of them. So if he should have gone under Marianta, worked under Marianta to amend all the mess Sako did, and then now after that, he could say, oh, I think now could be the time. Before him saying, people will say, Chris, you have worked. Now is the time for you too. Because Marianta as a woman, I said it to you all last time, Marianta as a woman with a female voice will be easy able to unite a revolution. Nobody in this revolution hates Marianta. Nobody in this revolution hates Marianta. She has worked. She's the only young female that has been able to withstand bullying in this revolution. She's the only young woman that has been able to stand bullying. The rest have gone away now. I can call you names. Where's Mami Jera? Where's Kuku Blinks? Where's Benji? Where's Gili Gili? They were young girls. Where are all of them? Who told you Marianta is a UN citizen, holder of passport, born in the United Kingdom? Who told you Marianta cannot? Does Chris Anum has a job that is more befitting than Marianta? Let's be serious. Look, most of you just talk because they just come and tell you. Chris Anum and Marianta, who has a job? Chris Anum and Marianta, who has a job? Let's go to credentials. Marianta is a UK-based teacher. Do you know what it means to be a teacher? Ask how many of your brothers who travels and go to UK if they can enter one classroom to teach, despite all their certificates. There are many of them who go as lawyer and everything. Go and ask that how many of them. Let's be very frank. If Chris Anum is a pastor, how much does Chris Anum make for month? Chris Anum's salary cannot compare Marianta. It's because some of the time I don't want to talk trash. You guys just push people to talk. Marianta is a UK citizen born there and holds a UK passport. Now they're going to tell you guys that Marianta could not travel to the US. She could not travel because by then in the UK they need to give people vaccine. And she was scared. She didn't want to take vaccine then. She did not want to take vaccine. The one thing with we hate and we accept, and that's the thing that burns my mind up with most of these diaspora people. When something doesn't work in favor of them, they just want to just bring outdated things. That's why I said, and that's why I said it very well. Marianta is not a full president. Marianta is an interim president. And do you know why diasporans are going gaga? People are going gaga because Marianta brought that 90% ground zero. 90% ground zero, 10% humanitarian. That's why I see many people are going gaga. Most of those who want to handle leadership in this revolution, now let's be real, what's their job qualification? What do they work? Let me start with Chris Anum. What does Chris Anum work? What is his job? Let me go to all of them who are there. What is their job? What do they work? How much do they make a month's end? How much are they willing to put in the revolution? Those are some questions we need to ask. They come and stand, we talk about Marianta. Have you heard Marianta slept in one hotel or done some shit? No. All the small money she raised, is it not during the few period before Chris Anum brought the distraction that you saw RPGs flying in ground? Is it not that? Which Sako came out and said, oh, no, we're the one who bought this RPG then. Since Marianta stopped, all the distraction Chris Anum came, have you seen someone leader against some RPG? Have you? You guys are so blinded and so stupid that some of you don't follow actions. You go around following what people say. And that's what is killing this revolution. Because if some of you were being able to follow actions and what people do, you could stand up to some of these political scams and just tell them enough is enough. Some of you, ambassadors, are the problem we have in this revolution. Because every day we activists come here and tell you, in a revolution, you follow action. You don't follow what people talk. But most of you still go behind and you behave like dummies. You behave like stupid fools. Because if you could look, since Marianta stopped the operation, 90% ground zero, 10% in the diaspora, how many people who claim to be leaders have been doing what she was doing before that nonsense happened? How many? How many? So when we stand the one thing about us is when we fail, we don't want to accept that we have failed. We don't want to accept that, no, I can go to my brother and say, I'm sorry. Error, everybody's bound to do error. Everybody's bound. The first people that did this error was the Restoration Council. The first people that did this error was the Restoration Council. And I said to them in the meeting, I said, Ambazonia is not ready for another election. Don't push this. I said to them in the meeting. Chairman Evis Comita, he's one of the people which, wherever we are today, he's the one that's caused it. Because he's the chairman, I have to blame him. Wherever we are in this revolution today, I have to blame Chairman Evis Comita. I have to. I have to. The problem was not about her 6 months being over. The problem was, after the impeached Sako, we wanted somebody that will unite the people. Were the people united before an election? That's the question. The question wasn't about Marianta 6 months being over. The question was Ambazonian people united? That was the question. From all the meetings we had with the Restoration Council, they could clearly see that Ambazonian were divided. How many people were represented in their Restoration Council? How many LGAs? They all could evaluate. At a certain point in the revolution, you just see that diaspora are just distractions. Because all of them could clearly see that we're not united. Then why push an election on people who are not united? Will it not bring division? Philosophically, any person who has gone to school, if you put it 1 + 1, you know that people who are not divided are not united. If you bring election, it brings more division. True or false? Then why do you push ahead with an election when you know that the people have not yet got a basis of unity? You could see that when we're leaving Sako, we're already divided. Fako was in 2 halves. Meme was in 2 halves. Mezam, everywhere. Why put an election when you see that the people are not yet together? Why? Why don't you instead work to facilitate that the unity comes back? To facilitate that we first get peace. To facilitate that we first love each other. To be there for one another. Then you think about, oh, we need a leader. Is that not what people do? People will reason with common sense. Is that not it? No. It's, we want a leader now. The leader, will it bring money? Is the leader Bill Gates? Or if the leader was Bill Gates, that's fine, because we don't need to do anything. You bring his house. No, but the leader is not Bill Gates. The leader is not Bill Gates. The leader will need money from Ambazonians to prosecute the war. So if you need money from Ambazonians to prosecute the war, then why not? Why not make sure that the Ambazonians are together? Let me tell you something. Marianta called for an election because that was the basis she had to do. She called for an election. That the election should be done. They brought out the modalities. And at a certain point, she too has her own intelligence and her own people that are working for. When she validated it, she came back and said, no, I don't think it's right. This and this need to be corrected. She, as the person you put in, let me tell you, the one thing about us is we give power to people and they want to still control the people who are there. Me, if you hardly see, for anybody who has led AMBAZONIA, I've never struggled to control the people. I've always said, yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'll give you, for example, when Tapang and Mark were president of the consortium, whatever they said, it was it. But when I saw like, oh, now Tapang, your time is over, and this has to be partisan, then I start a rebuttal. I start saying, no, this has to be done. I went to partisan, I support partisan. I went to Siseko. I never questioned any of them. No. I went to Siseko, I supported Siseko. Because all of them, they work in the way of the people. Now, they came to Marianta. When they gave power for Marianta, because they thought she's a woman, they wanted her to do what she wanted. They wanted her to do exactly. She said, no. If you put me here, I'm an AMBAZONIA and I have to do for what the people want. And for what the people want, even though I had validated these laws, these things that they are right, I think this is not right. Now, AMBAZONIA said, no, we are very good at conspiracy. They say Marianta is doing that because Chris Anum put his candidacy for election. And so what? And so get them bloody what? If Marianta says that, okay, I'm doing this because Chris Anum has put his election, do you know the intelligence she has on Chris Anum? Do you know why she said that? If the Registration Council did not trust her, why did they give her that position in the first place? Why? Why did they not just put Chris Anum there in the beginning? Why did they give her the position in the first place? Why? Now she said no, this. Now, oh, she's scared because Chris Anum. If they know Chris Anum could be the leader, when they were impeaching Sako, they would have given Chris Anum. That's why you see me, I've said people in this revolution, many of them don't go take money for La Republic when I just don't achieve so be fool. It's not just when I say Marianta just be there for, after 6 months now and I put Chris Anum for doing nonsense. If you know, when I be impeached Sako, when I be move Sako, if we just take Chris Anum, why would I be the door say, man, Dr. Tita, man, this one can be, why would I not just put Chris Anum, make Chris Anum be the president one time? Why would I not just put Chris Anum? Please don't distract me with comments. Don't distract me with comments, especially those of you from ADF. Don't distract me with comments. Because I know I've not be today I do on Facebook. If you distract me with comments, you will not see yourself in this page. I know the best some person will get 1,000 views. Since I started this revolution, I'll be the only activist way La Republic never fear my voice. So don't distract me with your comment. Don't dare. If you distract me with your comment, you will not see me. And you are commenting about ADF. Tell ADF to release those people. To release that general they arrested. Tell ADF. I'm not for dramas. Tell ADF to release those that commander they arrested. That commander, whether I get to on a small picking, tell them to release him. I don't want to be calling people's name. And don't come here and talk whatever nonsense. ADF has caused the part of Ground Zero division has been more caused by ADF. Yeah. No, don't just. I don't want to talk about ADF. If the boys on the ground are uniting today, it's thanks to No Pity and the others. The game we have seen most of you diasporans have played, you are the very first problem. That's why I say most of them are get for die. When I be the very first problem to this liberation struggle. Most of them want to be say the war don't start. When I be just the one struggle and say, hey, now it's time for make money for ourselves. When I don't reach now, people don't collect money, people don't buy estates, then people don't buy motor them. They don't meet up on, especially those the way they be struggle for use their self enter for position. When I don't make, we know. Look me, I already get the names them. Now what I play with they're not Venus on Saudi Cameroon and Vocan corner me. I don't mix with them. We are the most evil enemies to ourselves. Forget about say La Republic. Play what they are not even mix. No matter I do this revolution, I go and play with blah, but I have my limits. Look, The most one wicked set of human beings on earth are Southern Cameroonians. Don't play with them, eh? The most one wicked. They claim to be proud, but they don't have nothing. They claim to be proud. You see them everywhere. They're like, they don't have nothing. They cannot stand to support one another. The Southern Cameroonians, they cannot. They will smile with you, but when they want to kill you, don't play. I've learned a lot in this revolution. This part you see me standing and talking. I'm just talking here now because of the boys on the ground. I'm not talking about some any other person. No. I'm just talking that if something has to happen, even the war one be say one end now how made that beginning for ground, they be able to forget another new life to start on. May God give them a chance. But for saying for diaspora, I don't put the envelope don't enter their hand now. If I show you my Facebook message, you know how many people that don't contact me because me are be stupid. Tell me how millions don't pass for here. This activist don't collect his own. This one don't collect. So now me I be the most stupid. You know how many people? You never even how my brother, they my cousin, they don't call me, they coach me. They say, oh, I they make nyanga for this. I go die poor for the rest of my life. I no go give up. You know how many people don't coach me? You know how many people? Now just say man be don't be where I be don't already just decide say for my life for this revolution. I no go touch any bad thing. I not join the revolution for make money. If not be so man, I don't fall for temptation. No be say anything. I don't see them. By my family where they don't pass, by my uncle them where they don't pass. No be I abacho no my uncle. No be I abacho no one of my uncle them. No be no one of my uncle them. Masa, let me just do what I have to do. And I think the most important thing I'm doing is to make sure those boys on the ground. That's why I joined the fight. Yeah, if you diaspora, you want to work for this war, gather money and send to the boys on the ground. Nobody in the diaspora need any position to fight. I think the only people who need even a command structure is the people on the ground, where AMBAZONIA is Southern Cameroon. You all in the diaspora, I don't think we need getting an interim president. The position Marianta is enough to fight this war till the day Seseku is out. And if any man thinks he wants to take the position of showing us that his name can be written in the books of Southern Cameroon, he should stand up and make sure that he fights like a real, true revolutionary leader. Leave your comfortable zones, your wife and your children, and go and start liberating Southern Cameroon. Then we can start thinking twice. Don't come and sit in America, you eat with your wife, you drink, you go and hold some dirty cabinet meetings with some political interested people, and then you do some dirty conclusions, they come to AMBAZONIA, come and tell us shit. No, man, that stage is on pass, eh? That stage where Seseku go prison and that drama will see for Sako and then we can stand up for Chris Anum. It don't pass. Any person who wants to stand up for being leader for Southern Cameroon, you must have something to offer. Not be $2,000, not be $3,000. You must be first of all able to offer your life like any restoration fighter waiting for ground. How do you want to be a commander of an armed force where you're not ready to die? How? How do you want to be a commander of an armed force? You you want us to call you Amber One, this thing, and they want to turn like Sako. Sako they go turn 1st of October or the 6th Sako the work and for example their office where you supposed to for refugees them for ground. You supposed to for some sites. How man not even just answer una. See that way they do for that they are nonsense whether or restoration council tell them say that thing will not just understand them. But they do it to their own. Mariana don't put and say they want to do electoral code or whatever. But me have told her she should not hurry about whatever election. We need AMBAZONIans to unite back. That's what we need. We need us to have one voice like we were before Seseku went to jail. And the person who can do that, bring us back and get that one voice and make sure so we get the materials if we get the boy for ground. That person has the skills to become a leader. If you cannot do that, then please, not before go bring Barata or Mark Barata or Sikot for ABS. They just don't unite. No. Those in Kondingi are the most important people. Forget about diaspora. Yeah. Those in white Billy Bank, if your face is not first clear, you use now this thing. If you come here, you talk shiggy, I take you off my platform. If they never tell you, you don't know me, I don't go to with views. If you come here, you don't know what you're talking about. You are first a ghost profile. Your CV in this revolution, you don't even, I don't think you know what you can even talk about me. Yeah. When I talk about people in this revolution, I don't think there's someone who can, because anyone I talk about is people I've worked with. I have defended Chris Anum in this revolution. And when I say he helped to do the division we are facing today, you who are a ghost profile, you don't even have the right, or if you know you want to have the right, send me an invite, I put you on a live video, we talk. Don't come here to distract me, because if you distract me, you'll not find yourself again. That's the last warning I've just give you, whether a word Billy Blank. If you want to distract me, no, you will not see yourself on this page anymore. If you want to be a man, come, log on, and I send you invite. You join me, we talk like men. Don't go create ghost profile with La Republic, how you whether Unity Palace, and you come on my page and you're telling me garbage. Do you know how much I fought for Chris Anum? Do you know? Do you know what I stood for him when he was being criticized by Sako? Because Sako too thought that Chris Anum would take his position. Do you know that despite what was happening in the ABS, let me tell you some small merciful truth now. I did not want to bring the house. Do you know that the greatest fear of Sako was because he saw this thing Chris Anum is doing today? Forgetting about that, the money the money he was asking for ABS fee. Do you know that the main problem that you see Sako and Chris Anum had was because Sako was hinted that Chris Anum would take his position? If you don't know certain things, just sit quiet. I'm just bringing up this one now. So when you come here, you want to talk dirty things on my profile. So just sit quiet. Yeah, if you didn't have for ground, then no talk. Leave and me. We would there for you with work with the people. That we know the people. We know where to go on. We know where to go on. So despite say we fight, say we redeem, we redeem Chris Anum, we'll be doing on the right way, but there was another talk for backward, and one wake up the talk now. So when you see me I talk, say the people that cause more division for this revolution, now Chris Anum and Sako, nothing shall be stupid. Yeah, nothing shall be stupid. Let me take off this one. I don't stay one on the block, but I'll block now. I don't stay one over the block. Don't stay one on the block. So let me leave you guys. I'll be leaving you guys. I just come online, someone will talk. We're going to start raise money for Watana Wata Air Classico back. Small time. Yeah. I for even do one today. I for do one today because we want to try for do one today. That boy then for ground in the need. I just give me some few minutes. I add some. I put to account. Make people start give. Yeah. I put the cash app. Make people drop for the anything we want game for the boys. When you drop, you just send me a message. Yeah. I not get a car Fako. Yeah, I think that's the catch app. The cash app not a Fako for life. If I'm not mistaken. I don't just forget and say Nana. I want to put the cash app so that we could raise. But next time we'll start raising. Yeah. Next time we'll start raising some small money. We'll start bringing them back. We'll start raising small money. In a war, you don't look down on women. Be very careful. That way, where conception will put them for Africa, not be for Europe. For Europe, your woman they carry gun. Action. The highest killers them for Europe na woman. They wanna concept wanna get them back home where they don't put them for their mind. Even for that America where Chris Anum they, you know, say woman they need play woman for the woman of America are the highest shooters. Even for inside the American top security, now woman they did there. American top secret agents them where they work away na assassins. Now woman that one a concept they wanna get them about woman for Africa. No be so they for this site 101 people they don't kill most of our leaders them. Where they don't come for this side where they want to take the arm. They use na woman Go find the power of woman when it concerns war, especially Cold War. Go find out. So when you did one talk, now the main that ideology that we Uchimba be get and start attack woman then because we for back home when they see woman as second class. Yes, woman get for be under man picking, that's our culture. But no say woman get great potentials when it concerns war. If we be educate women they for join this war, all that thing that we see man picking the struggle for doing so woman for don't do one. Because do you know why? Woman be a stronger vessel when it comes to subdue man picking. You understand? Woman be a stronger vessel when it comes to subdue man picking. For all top military countries, them, if you go inside, you find the highest top secret agents in a woman. If they want to take some person out for some place, they know they use man picking, they use a woman. And now that we don't talk about this, also will be encourage your woman picking them. Like this thing will be the fight and today. Nobody say they no be there, they become plenty. If we be study, motivate them, keep them for back, train them, send them for the field. Therefore, don't subdue many top great men, then put them inside our palms, so therefore the supply weight we need for liberate our land. But because of say most of una get this una brainwashed mindset saying that some man picking here for do man picking one being a gay, you want use na shio. You know say for this life you must give something for get something. Man picking one use na shio. You want go Guinea a gay, you want being a gay before you liberate your people. African man picking no go green. But woman feel hypnotize man picking with the body structure. When I go talk this one now, you know, most of them not going to understand. But now because of some of them be backward, when they only see things that are straight, sometimes you have to go crooked. Sometimes you have to go crooked. Now, when they attack Uchemba, say you attack these girls, them so they fight for this thing. If they say somebody go put on doctor, you go tomorrow, you go Guinea a show. You go Guinea a show. You don't know how the way they work up. But woman, the way you go smile for man picking to open his teeth, he smile. He just touch it for a chin, so that man picking go sign deal for them or bring on a military weapon for ground zero. You chase all the woman, they made it go away. Say you want to go be a gay, you want to go smile and wish man picking. Man picking way see for a front, you know say I don't get nothing for you. Which even if you can be you wait have you benefit. Forget it. This way you don't know, most of you don't know. So when I see someone I just talk about Marianta, so I just look and I just talk say even if you put Chris Anno for there, not be that way they don't force you for put it. I don't talk and say if you do better thing, I'll call it, or I'll say be president. But most of you now when I look down on women, when I know now when I see Europe stand strong today, no stand strong now for man picking, eh? Europe stand strong today now for woman. And now that most of the man picking for Europe, they turn being a woman. Ask and say why if your brother they were wear earring them for that ear for look like woman. Most of you need to really go and study more hard. I see so lack knowledge. But I go leave una for now. But no say in this world of nowadays, if you train your woman picking very well, now you go put you plenty door pass even your man picking them when get them for house. If you don't know that, no. If we don't train where woman picking the way they become interest for this world restoration movement. Some places that will face difficulties today, now them for they so the open window them, now them for they so they go. If you just go buy their flight ticket, they go reach, they just go smile with that man picking. Only for smile, the man picking go sign paper for we, say when I go. But most of una just think look on our own way, now that a cake way. You need to wake up in your thinking, eh? Now what I don't tell even the restoration fighters for ground, if they get young girls, what if you train them, may they try train them, may they try to educate them, not only on carrying gun, on psychological war. On psychological dominance. I will leave you all now. But it was nice talking to you. So don't just go down and be talking about Marianta this, Marianta that. In a war, when you fight a war, a woman is the strongest vessel to use to subdue your enemy. Know that. Have a great day.